Alright, Shalom. All praises be unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Oh dear, what's going on there? Double honors unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops, great millstone who are well. He taught us his truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Yahweh Bashem Dash Barakatham. And this is just going to be a quick one. Hold on a second. What the hell's going on? Let's just see something. Right. And this is just a quick one speaking about AI. Okay. Speaking about AI. And which stands for artificial intelligence. Which is pretty much the merging of man and machine. But more so machine taking over. Which is what we're seeing. Okay. And when you really get into it, AI is really nothing but a demon. Okay. AI is nothing but a demon. That's being pushed out there to essentially move actual people out of the job roles that they're in and have things more have things going more digital, more robotic. Okay, the aim is to make people robotic slaves so that you know, essentially man can become one with the chip and just be a robot onto the agenda of the banking elite. Okay, but mainly the immediate effect that's been realized is that it's taking jobs away. So this is an article here. I'm gonna skim through it. It says AI anxiety, the workers who fear losing their jobs to artificial intelligence. And it says many workers worry AI is coming for their jobs. Can we get past the fear and find a silver lining? Claire has worked as a PR at a major consulting firm based in London for 6 years. And the reason why they're pushing this heavy in London, especially, I mean, it's all over the world, but they're pushing it heavy in England, specifically London, because London is the center of this devil's financial structure. Okay, you know, you've got London, you've got Canary Wharf, you've got Bishopsgate, you know, all these major places, London Bridge, all these major places are major stakeholders and pretty much the originators in terms of geography, where this man runs his finances from. Okay, so everything gets tested out from the hub, and then okay, it expands out from there. Okay, so no doubt, no surprises coming in to London, right? And it says the 34-year-old enjoys her job and earns a comfortable salary, but in the past 6 months she started to feel apprehensive about the future of her career. The reason: artificial intelligence. I don't think the quality of the work that I'm producing could be matched by a machine just yet, says Claire, whose last name is being withheld to protect her job security. But at the same time, I'm amazed how quickly ChatGPT has become so sophisticated. Give it a few more years and it can absolutely and I can absolutely imagine a world in which a bot does my job just as well as I can. I hate to think that I hate to think what that might mean for my employability. Okay. And you know, you hey man, I've even experienced that a couple of days ago. You know, you call in certain companies, you know, to handle particular businesses or particular business that you know you got to do, you know, particular paperwork, and they say they're gonna connect you to a consultant or to um one of the you know, the actual person essentially, but then you go straight through to AI. And then there's another company I had to call to sort some stuff out, and they said we've taken to what did it say, to eliminate queues. We've connected you straight to AI, who'll be able to help with all of your queries. You know, and then the AI comes on the robot comes on the phone, and they try and make it like a woman's voice, but it sound damn near sounding realistic. You know, they'll say your name, hi, Mister. You know, what can we help you with today? You know, and it's like what? You know, and here it is, you're on the phone talking to a robot, man. You know, it's crazy, man. I actually experienced that the other day, like 2 days ago. So what the hell's going on, man? I'm thinking I'm gonna speak to a fucking real human being, you know. But then they're putting me through to AI. But because they're still trialing certain things out, when the AI can't help with your query, it goes, uh, hang up and try again. Like so, but that's a part of them refining the service that they're putting out there, you know, because they say the calls are recorded so that they listen back to it so they can tweak the AI to sound more like a human and deal with more sophisticated queries. Okay, but you got Chat GBT, you know, and that's madness out there, man. Okay, so it says in recent years, and obviously you've got work quality. You know, humans get tired, humans make mistakes. Robots, the most they can do is break down. You know, they malfunction. Yeah, but they don't make mistakes when they're working properly. Everything is the same quality. Okay, so obviously there's a race now between actual person um, and and machine. It says in recent years, as headlines about robots stealing human jobs have proliferated, um, and as generative AI tools like ChatGPT have quickly become more accessible, some workers report starting to feel anxious about about their futures and whether the skills they have will be relevant to the labor market in years to come. In March, Goldman Sachs published a report showing that AI could replace the equivalent of 300 million full-time jobs. Last year, PwC, um, was that Price Water Coop? Um, I remember I did some work with PwC. Forget what the C stands for, Price Water Coop or Coop something like that. But you know, up in their offices a couple of years ago, um, they got all kind of artificial stuff in there, man. You know, they got bots managing the markets now, whereas you'd have um investors and things of that nature, or people doing like if you work in risk, you know, risk finance, you know, you'd have a computer do it and then you the human would check it. Now you've got the human doing it and the computer checking it. The roles are totally reversed, man. Because again, a man can make a mistake, but a computer, unless it breaks down, it's not gonna make a mistake, man. You know. Um, so they say so last year PwC annual global workforce survey showed that almost a third of respondents said they were worried about the prospects of their role being replaced by technology. Okay, um, in 3 years, and as we know, tech means skill and ology means the study of, you know, so the study of skill. So when you can program a robot to have ultimate skill and never deviate from top grade, then of course that is a complete what's the word I'm looking for, threat, you know, to the human workforce. The human workforce is being knocked out the way because robots are taking over, man. You know, I think it says, I think, and I quote, it says, I think a lot of creatives are concerned, says Ailes Marshall, a 29-year-old copywriter based in Bristol, UK. We're all just hoping that our clients will recognize our value and choose the authenticity of a human over the price and convenience of AI tools. Okay, so we kind of get the gist, you know, people in all kind of, see, you got the guy pulling the hoodie over his face, stressed out. You know, you see what it is essentially. Chat GBT AI taking over, man. Okay. Um, um, so what I'm gonna do um, is if I've got got the blue letter open, I'm gonna go to always get this wrong. Salakia 12. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and 3. And it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, uh, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Now, read verse 4, and it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Now, what I want to do is get into the word keepers of the house. Salakia. Keepers here. It says Samar. It says to observe, to heed, the keeper, the watchman. Okay. To charge the watchman, participant, to retain, treasure up. Alright. To observe. Now you've got essentially, this word here in modern day terms, you'd be called an analyst. Alright. A keeper is essentially an analyst, and the top analysts go all the way back up to the banking elite, but on a much way lower level than them. You've got business analysts within various corporations, and they're looking at the way that things are going, and they're seeing that AI is taking over. Okay, now for some businesses, it's a thing where AI takes over and it's cheaper than an actual human, because the only expense you have to spend on a robot is purchasing it. Once you've purchased the robot and you've installed it and you've programmed it to do the job you want it to do, you don't have to think about what do you call it? You don't have to think about employee um, circumstances. You don't have to think about welfare of staff. You don't have to, and number one, you don't have to think about salary. You don't have to pay a robot. The only financial payment there is to purchase it, and if there's an update, or to fix it if it breaks. But from month to month, that business is going to save money because it's not having to pay a salary to a robot. It doesn't have to consider the feelings of a robot. Okay. Whereas an employee has to consider the feelings, the working conditions, the salary going out every month of an actual human being. So a lot of companies are seeing it's more cost effective. Now the economy, especially in the UK, is very crap right now. So businesses are trying to conserve and save money. If you can minimize your outgoings, but maximize your incomings, your profit margins are gonna widen um, from each quarter to quarter, and you check back per annum annually, and you've made more profit. Okay, so what people are doing, these businesses are investing in more computer-based robot AI chat GBT services rather than employing actual staff. This is why it says, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble. These are speaking about ultimately your economists, and the strong men shall bow themselves, your business owners on down, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. People can't, jobs are getting harder to get, and people and jobs, and once you get a job, jobs are harder to keep. Why? Because you've got AI in the picture now, and it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. The economy is gonna continually get worse to the point where they're gonna say, we need a financial reset, and the financial reset, the salvation of a broken economy, is going to be none other than the RFID implantable microchip. Okay, because Esau believes in a savior too. His savior is the RFID. If we can get the RFID out there, I'm talking like as if I were Edomite. Their thinking is, if we can get the RFID out there and everybody chipped, then the financial system is reset, which was all under the guise of order Abkeo anyway. It was engineered that way so they can really control every single aspect, every single penny, every single move. Thus, they have an economy of total slaves in every single way, shape, and form, and everything is accounted for. You can't hide payments, you can't keep back payments, everything has to be paid. essentially leading into you will own nothing and be happy. Okay, can't remember that guy's name, but that's what he said, and that's a part of the new world order, so that people own nothing yet they're happy. Okay, they showed you that in like Black Mirror episodes. Can't remember which season it was or episode, but you had like a thing where nobody owned cars. Everything was rented, and you could only rent particular cars based upon your social scoring. If your social scoring was too low, you couldn't even rent a car. Can't go to certain areas. These things are all feeding into prophecy. So when we see this AI thing taking over, this is indeed prophecy. Okay, this is the inclusion of of machine and man. Okay, but what's happening is that it's taking over in an authoritative manner. AI is not there to help you. AI is there to tell you what to do. Okay, you know, um, and it says, and the doors shall be shut in the street, verse 4, when the sound of the grinding is low. Yeah, when the economy shrivels up, there's gonna be nothing left. All right, that's why the scripture says he causeth all. Let's get that in Revelation chapter 13. You see, the way Esau's gonna make it happen is not by putting a gun to your head. He's gonna make it happen by tricking you into a causation. He's gonna back you up into a corner to the point where there is no other option but to take the chip. But for the elect, there is another option, which is to trust in the Lord, of course. But I'm talking about in general in the world, he's gonna make it where you're so backed up into a corner, there's no other option, there's no other avenue, there's no other road to take except the mark of the beast. And if you don't accept the mark of the beast, that's he can start killing you, because now you're dead weight to the economy. You don't want to work, you don't want to be productive, you don't want to add to your economy, you're dead weight. They start killing you. The horns, when Esau makes the mark of the beast mandatory, right, that's when the real horns of the devil is gonna come out, man. Right now, everything is about company, inclusivity, employee of the month, and all kind of crap, and employing people from the BAME communities, and disadvantaged people, equal opportunities. That's all bullshit. All right. When the chip becomes mandatory, things are gonna move very fast, and the real horns of this devil's gonna come out. This is the book of Revelation. I was gonna say Romans. Wow, the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and 16, and it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads." Yeah, the causation is by canceling out everything else. The only thing left is take this chip. All right. How is it that nobody, they always talk about, they do these bank adverts, bank with us, you decide how your money works, and you decide how much you save, and you know have complete freedom and control over your money. Hold on a second. If I had complete freedom and control over my money, how come I can't go to the bank and say, give me gold, give me £10 of gold? And people are so bugged out, they don't even understand that, for example, a pound, right, is an actual measurement. They just think it's a name. Oh, yeah, that's the name of the currency. A lot of people don't even know that a pound is a measurement, man. Okay, you know, you can't go to the bank and say, I want to withdraw £10 of gold. They'll look at you like you're crazy, man. The cashier may laugh at you. Now they're taking away cashiers. Everything's through online. That's not even an option online. So them telling you you've got complete freedom, and flexibility with your money. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. The idea of making everything go digital, how come you, the consumer, has an absolutely zilch input on how things move forward? Is a particular group of men who instructs another particular group of men, which instructs another particular group of men, and then you and I get told over the news, this is what's happening with the world's finances, or with your local economy's finances. How come you have absolutely no input over what happens? because it's not yours in the first place. And if you want to go a little bit further than that, the money's not even real in the first place. It's just a number on the screen which they pretend to lie to you and tell you you own, which you really don't. So whatever direction they want to take it in, you got to go with it. He causeth all. Let's look at that word. And we've done this a million times before, and we'll do it a million times again. Okay, repetition is the father of all learning, and it is what it is. So this is the word for causeth in the Greek, uh, poieo. Okay, poieo, and it says to make, to bring forth, to commit, to cause. All right, to perform, to keep, to bear, to shew. Right, to make ready, to prepare, to produce, to shoot forth. All right, to make, render one anything, to declare one anything, to put one forth, to lead him out, to make one to do something, to cause one to do, to be the authors of a thing, to cause, bring about, to do, to carry out, to execute. Boom. So that causation, yeah, is him force engineering it exactly how he wants it to go. You know, don't be fooled when you go on you watch the finance channels, you know, and you see, yeah, the interest rates are falling, and you know, £1 buys $1.26, and you know, the economy, we've had a flat baseline growth. Look, man, all these worrying things, yeah, they're engineering it, man. They're engineering it. Now it's gonna get to the point where things go overboard and even they get scared, as we read earlier in Ecclesiastes, right? But the point is that they're engineering it and they're scared, man. Okay, they're gonna get scared as well, right? But for how things are going right now, it's under order at KO. They're making you think they're worried, but they're really not. It's all engineered by the elites. But then when it gets to the fulfilling it, they're gonna get nervous. All right. So to cause one to do, so that causation there, all right, it's essentially no options, man. No options. So it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. There you have it, man. So you can't buy or sell unless you have the mark, man. And that time is coming. Okay. You know, when it says buy and sell, it is literally purchasing and selling things, but it's also talking about taking part in society. And taking part in society causes means that you have to be a part of society. When you're not a part of society, you can't take part. So what that means is anybody that don't comply is gonna get put off the grid, and then you're gonna die, man. That's the agenda of the elite. You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell, meaning you can't go to your local shops if you're not on the new system. You can't get employed if you're not on the new system. What they do with the C119 thing, they started kicking people out of jobs. You gotta take it, otherwise, you're gonna lose your job. You know, some people have worked in particular sectors for over 20 years, and when it came to taking the thing, they had 1 week to make a decision. And if they didn't take the thing within a week, they were dismissed on the spot. No loyalty. You think these people have loyalty towards you? They don't give a fuck about you. You're just a number on the payroll. You know, Cafe, how was your weekend, love? You had a good time? You had a good weekend? Yeah, ready for the week? Monday morning? You want a coffee, love? All that is bullshit, man. Just to cope with that fake niceness, to cope with the fact that you got to be in that stupid office, wherever the hell you work, for the next 8 or 9 hours, or in some cases 12 hours. But really and truly, the corporation do not give a flying fuck about you as an employee. They will dismiss you in an instant because the robot's cheaper. They will dismiss you in an instant because you never took the juice. So how much more when the whole financial system itself is adjusted to a more digitalized format? We see it. The CBDC thing is in place. Right after that, Okay, I was gonna say extreme right turn, really extreme left turn, but right after that, immediate sharp left after that is coming the mark of the beast, man. And when that comes, it's game over, man. It's game fucking over out here. Okay? So you're not gonna be able to take part in society, man. You know, you can't go into particular shops or anything like that. Um, Aldi QR code. Shit, I should have put it on Google. See, now you got in particular Aldi shops. You got to scan QR codes to get in. It says scan your QR code at the gate to let you to let in each person in your group. Wow, 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 wow. So people gonna get put into groups out here, man. You know, maybe he's talking about if you go shop with your family, that's your group. You know, your account will be charged for the items your group leaves with. Just pick up your shopping and pop it in your bag. The items will be added to your app account with the help of our in-store cameras. Not the help of the in-store employees. You know, before you used to be able to walk up to somebody in a shop. Oh, excuse me, have you moved this here? Have you moved that there? Things of that nature. Now you got cameras watching you, man. The cameras are calculating. Yeah, you know, she put 16 items in her basket. There's no human interaction. There's no conveyor belt. There's no more bloop, bloop, bloop. You know, you scanning your items at the checkout. You know, you have a good evening, love. Yeah. The total is £65 and 13 pence. Cash or card. You know, you got nectar points. All of that is done. There's no human interaction now. A lot of these shops, in fact, dare I say in London, I live in London, a large majority of these major shops are investing more money into self-checkouts. They got self-checkout and they're making more self-checkout computer screens now. Then if they have someone on the conveyor belt, it's probably one person. You're lucky if you have two tills open. But the majority of these supermarkets in London are self-checkout now. You know? And everybody's going to this self-checkout. And you know what people are realizing is that self-checkout sometimes is slower. The more items you have is slower than going interacting with a real person. But because they're investing so much more into it, people are just rushing real quick at their self-checkout. But if they have about a till open, it's about one person on the till, you know, right? So again, they're making everything more digitalized, you know. And then when you go to the self-checkout now, the camera puts your face on the camera, you know, and the voice thing is loud as fuck, you know. Items selected, you know, all kind of crap like that, you know. Please take your receipt and all kind of. That's how it is out here, man. It's crazy, man. But they've been shut. And then what you seeing is this world is becoming like one big. Uh, 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 I just mentioned the show earlier. Black Mirror episode, man. All the things they're showing you on Netflix and Amazon Prime and things of that nature, they're showing you what's being implemented before our very eyes, man. You know. See, Aldi Shop and Go. So they're making it seem like it's more convenient. You know. Let's see something. I know they had it in Greenwich. Click on it. See, you gotta have the app on your phone. See, so if you don't have the app now, let's just say you ain't got a smart. I mean, everyone has a smartphone and the grandma has a smartphone. But let's just say you don't have a smartphone. You're fucked. Or if your phone dies, that's you finished. You know, it's crazy, man. I believe in the Greenwich one. Many brothers have spoken about it. They've got like glass barriers there, and if you can't scan the code then the barrier won't open up for you. So you can't shop, man. Alright? So there goes Revelation again. And of course, the QR code is gonna, after the QR code, the next step is what? The next step will be the actual chip. Okay? It says it here in verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So you going up into your local supermarkets, it's not gonna work out very soon from now, man. Okay? So starting with the elder apostles on down, the elder bishops, elder apostle Tahar on down, man. We've been telling you, man, okay, that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, man. If you can't see it at this stage, then, hey, man, I don't know. But it's abundantly and overwhelmingly evidently clear what it is, okay? So that was just a quick one. You know, there's a lot more I could get into, but I don't want to make this too long. But that was about the AI thing, man. The AI and the and the chip, man. It's all merging together, so we can see prophecy coming to pass. I'll close it out on a scripture that uh, deals with that. The book of Isaiah 34 and 16, and it says, "Seek ye out the book of the Lord Jehovah Shem Shai, and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate, for my mouth hath commanded, and his spirit hath gathered them." So we're seeing it clearly, man. You know, starting with our elder apostles on down, we've sought out the book of the Lord, and we've seen that the prophecies aren't failing, man. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. All praises be unto Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Dash. Again, double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops at the great millstone who are well, who taught us his truth. Shalom to the Akim Wakwaf. Stay up, man. Stay strong. Yahweh Bashem Shai, Barakatam. Shalom.